You're watching the Arsenal vodcast. Vito Mannone's reputation has soared since he stepped in for Manuel Almunia, but the Italian goalkeeper refuses to get carried away by his recent success.
Yeah, it's been really good, but I always try to keep my feet on the floor, and try to keep working, because I just made my first step. I think I have to work hard and harder again to become one of the best. That's the only thing I want to do.
Armand Traore has played at left back and left midfield since returning to Arsenal after his loan spell with Portsmouth. So which position does the Frenchman expect to end up in?
I'm in 50-50, I don't even know myself. Because the boss told me that my position defending is not good enough at the moment. And I still think that to play left midfield, I need to use my right foot more, to go in and be able to shoot, do a lot of things with it. And so at the moment I don't really know myself.
It's been pouring with rain in North London today, but that shouldn't dampen the spirits of a new initiative being launched right here at Emirates Stadium. The Prime Minister Gordon Brown, the Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger and an array of football legends are here to give their support to one goal, the campaign to provide education for every child. Today, 75 million children, half of them living in Africa, are denied access to an education. The One Goal campaign, backed by FIFA and world leaders, wants education to be the lasting legacy of next summer's historic World Cup, the first to be held in Africa. So when you've watched our footage from today's event, add your name to the campaign at joinonegol.org.
Prime Minister Gordon Brown, Your Majesty Queen Rania Al Abdullah of Jordan, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to this meeting of global leaders to show support for One Goal, the world's most ambitious education campaign with the aim of putting every child around the world in a classroom. One Goal wants us to leave a legacy of education in the wake of the World Cup next year, not only for the children of Africa, but also for all those in poor communities around the world. Without education, we cannot break the cycle of poverty. We know that educating children lifts families and communities out of poverty. It gives them the tools to help themselves. For poor countries, it leads to economic growth, greater democracy, and a more stable future for developing nations. And it all begins with children in classrooms. We're asking the millions of football fans around the world to sign their name for the millions of children who can't. Together, we have the power to put education at the top of the political agenda and to ask world leaders to give these children a fair chance in life. To kick off, I'd first like to introduce the man who is responsible for the most exciting and eagerly anticipated event of 2010. For the first time ever, the FIFA World Cup is taking place in Africa. Millions of people around the world will be watching this eagerly anticipated tournament. But FIFA has also pledged to highlight to the world the 75 million children, half of them in Africa, that are not able to go to school. FIFA is a critical player in this effort, and we are pleased to have live from the headquarters in Zurich, FIFA President Sepp Blatter.
Dear friends of the international football family, FIFA here in Zurich is delighted that the beautiful game, the game of football, is the integrated part of this specific campaign, One Goal, Education for All. It is an immense honor to gather around football's force for change, so many political leaders of today's world and so many football legends, all motivated by solidarity and a strong desire for action.
I'm Michael Silvestre and I've signed for One Goal.
I'm Wanko Kano. I support One Goal.
I'm Aaron Mokwena and I support One Goal.
I am Robin van Persie and I'm supporting One Goal.
We are honoured to have with us today two World Cup medal winners, both literally legends in their own lifetimes. Please welcome to the stage World Cup winners Marcel Desailly from France and Sir Bobby Charlton of England.
Access to education is vital to a child's future, and sadly, as we've heard, millions of boys and girls, and it's mostly girls, who miss out on school. They're unable to read or to write, they're trapped in a lifetime of poverty and denied a future before their lives have even begun. It doesn't have to be this way, and with the new One Goal campaign, footballers and fans across the world will be pushing for a change. Football promotes talent, whatever your background, and the world needs an education system that does the same. As the world unites to watch the World Cup, let's unite behind a legacy we can all be very proud of. One goal education for all. We all have a soft spot for Africa and know how much they love their football. This project will give them the education that's badly needed.
The greatest of injustices demands the boldest of action by the best of people preparing for the greatest sporting tournament in the world. It is simply wrong that today and every day 75 million girls and boys are not going to school. And whenever I've visited parts of Africa, while in Britain people take schooling for granted, I've met young girls and boys begging that they can have the chance to go to school. And we can, with your support, be the first generation in the history of the world that can guarantee to every child the chance of the education they need to fulfill their potential.